directed the Tikes program this year. Suzanne Layton, music directed the Tikes program. Last year we had Annie Mastrodonado, who music directed 2 of the shows. And so, as I'm getting older and as Jeff's getting older, it's nice to know that we won't have to be doing every show every summer, because certainly there are capable people coming up who came from this program who are going to be able to take the reins, and that's very exciting indeed. They'll work us right out of the job, I'm sure. We have decided at Capitol Playhouse to not be moving from building to building anymore, but we've decided to buy our own building. And to that end, we are establishing a contingency fund as we step our first foot forward towards buying a space. And to establish that contingency fund, we need to, this summer, our goal is to raise $60,000. That will pay for an accountant, a lawyer, and a down payment on the space that we would like to move into. Yeah, cough hard. That's a lot of money. And it's certainly a lot of money if just a few people try to do it. And I was doing some math. We are taking pledges as part of the contingency fund. And I was looking over my own finances and decided probably in the course of 1 year, I could pledge $1,000 towards this organization that is probably the mainstay of my income. I couldn't write a check today, but over the course of the year I could do $1,000. If 60 people could do $1,000, done. Or if 120 people did $500 a year, poof, done. So if you would like to jump on board with us and cough hard, breathe deep, and dream big, we would like to make this dream come true. And what we're looking to do is to buy the building that we're in, the entire block that we're in, and eventually occupy that space and expand the theater we're in. If that doesn't work, we have our eye on a couple of other spaces in the downtown area, but we would like to stay in downtown Olympia. We have sheets out in the lobby where you can make a pledge, where you can write a check, you can pass some cash over, or you can charge it onto your card, or you can take home a sheet and think about it. But I hope you will not just let this fall on your ears and go in one ear and out the other, but truly think about joining us in this project. If you are a stockholder and think you'd like to unload some stock on us, we can take it. We have a facility in place where it's I always forget the word. We're tax exempt, and we can help you transfer those stocks over at no expense to you and at great benefit to us. So there it is. There's my pitch. I believe in this organization. I'm not a businessman. I have no business sense. I'm an artist. And I'm so excited to work with such a vital organization as Capitol Playhouse. Thanks for your support, and enjoy closing night of Big River. Thank you.
might be without you read a book by the name of The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. That book was written by Mr. Mark Twain. And he told the truth, mainly. But there were some things he stretched, but mainly he told the truth. And I'm going to tell the truth as I see it in the story I'm enacting tonight. It's about me and my friend, a runaway slave named Jim, and the long journey we took together. The way the book winds up is this. Me and Tom found the gold, the robbers, and Indian Joe's game, and it made us rich.
Huckleberry!
My pappy disappeared.
Huckleberry!
So the widow Douglas and her sister Miss Watson took me for their son, and allowed they would civilize me.
Huckleberry, where in the world have you been?
Staying at the school to help the teacher.
Not likely. He played hooky and went fishing if I know a thing or two.
Is that true? Oh, well, whatever in the world am I gonna do with you?
Lock him in the closet and pray for his soul.
Or maybe a whipping would do better. I declare, if you don't learn your lessons
And read your
you're
Bible.
gonna end up as worthless as your father. Oh, for the land's sake, you haven't even had your supper yet. Jim, bring the boy a plate. A growing boy like you, we gotta put some flesh on those bones. Now you turn around here and eat your fill. Oh, not until we've said the blessing.
It got pretty rough living in that place, seeing they were so regular and decent in all their ways.
Look here, do you wanna go to heaven? Do you wanna go to heaven? Well, I'll tell you right now, you better learn to read and you better learn your writing, or you'll never get to heaven 'cause you won't know how. You may think that the whole thing is silly, but it isn't silly really. And I'll tell you right now, if you don't learn to read and you can't read your Bible, then you'll never get to heaven 'cause you won't know how.
Now Tom and me give our money to Judge Thatcher, and he took it and put it up at interest, so it fetched us $1 a day. And that was my nice thing. But he thought that gave him the right to tell me what sort of person I should be too.
Look at here, Huck, now you better think it better. Do you want to be a lover like your pappy is now? You better learn to read and you better learn to write, or you'll never get to heaven because you won't know how.
And Tom Sawyer wasn't above putting his 2 cents worth in either, saying I should be more like the fellas in those adventure books he's always reading. Hey, hey, ain't the situation. It's earning education and raising how. Hey, hey, you wanna go to heaven, well you better get your lessons or you won't know how. In fact, sometimes it seemed like the whole blame town, St. Petersburg, was trying to tell me I should be.
Look at here, Huck, do you wanna be a feller like a feller? Well, you ought to be, I'll tell you right now. You better learn to read and you better learn to write, or you'll never get to heaven 'cause you won't know how. Hey, hey, ain't the situation, it's earning education and raising how. Hey, hey, you wanna go to heaven? Well, you better get your lessons or you won't know how.
Look at here, Huck, look at here, Huck, look at here, look at here, Huck, look at here.
Read your Bible, Huck.
Look at here, Huck, look at here, Huck, look at here, look at here, Huck, look at here.
Do you wanna come to dinner? Wanna be a winner? Do you wanna be an author? Wanna be a lover? Do you wanna come to dinner? Do you wanna? Do you wanna come? Do you wanna go? I wanna go to heaven. You may think that the whole thing is silly, but the whole thing is silly. I'll tell you right now. I'll tell you right now. You don't do it like it, you never get to heaven 'cause you won't know how. 'Cause you won't know how. Hey, hey, see the situation. Learning education and raising how. Hey, hey, you wanna go to heaven? You wanna go to heaven? You don't go to hell.
Do you wanna go to heaven?
Do you wanna go to heaven? Well, you better do your reading and you better read your Bible. Do you wanna if you don't go to heaven?
You know how I told you about the good place and the bad place.
Yes,
If you don't change, you're going to the bad place.
I wish I was there.
How could you say such a wicked thing like that? Oh,
Well, all I meant was I want to go somewhere. I want to change. I'm Not particular.
Live like me and you'll go to the good place.
Well, can't see no advantage of going where you're going, so I made up my mind I won't try for it.
That's it, you poor lost lamb. Stand up.
Then the widder give me a whipping. Which cheered me up a little.
Now, you go on upstairs and you say your prayers and go to sleep.
Instead of going to sleep that night, I shit down the drain pipe and got clean away. Such a lonesome night. There was only a few lights burning in the whole town of St. Petersburg, where there were sick folks, maybe. And the wind was trying to whisper something to me. Like a ghost that can't quite make itself understood, so it's got to go about every night grieving, so. Tom Sawyer, is that you? Hey, Tom. Come along, Huck. Where are we going? To Injun Joe's cave. So I followed you through the graveyard. Down to the river. Then we took the towpath. Until we came to a big scar on the hillside. There, we crawled through a hole and into a cave whose walls was all of clay. Damp, sweaty, cold as a corpse. Now, we're gonna start this gang of robbers, and we're gonna call it Tom Sawyer's Gang.
What's the line of business of this gang?
Nothing. Only robbery and murder. Whoever wants to join has got to swear to this oath and sign his name in blood.
Well, what's it say, Tom?
It swears each boy to the gang that he must never tell any of its secrets. And if he does, he must have his throat cut. And then have his carcass burnt up, and the ashes scattered around. And then have his name blotted off the list, and never mentioned by the gang, but have a curse put on it and be forgot forever.
Tom, yeah, you get that out of your own head?
So, the rest is out of pirate and robber books.
It'd be a good idea to kill the families of the boys and tell the secrets too.
I'll write that in.
But here's Huck's thing. He ain't got a family.
Joe, then we gotta rule him out.
Yeah, every boy's got to have a family or somebody to kill or when we fans spare for the others.
I almost cried when I thought they weren't gonna let me in Tom Sawyer's gang. But just then I got an idea. But there's Miss Watson, the lady to take care of me. You can kill her. There you go, she'll do. Huck can come in. Now, everyone must prick their finger with this knife to get the blood, and we'll seal the oath. Now if a bunch of us all stick together, and we all roll down as one, we can be highway robbers, we can be killers just out to have fun. And if you can't keep a secret, we'll cut your throat if you tell. Then lay you down with 6 feet round, 'cause we'll water it down. All together now, we are the boys. All together, forever and always. All together now, we are the boys. We're together forever and always.
We're gonna rock. How's this?
That ain't no sort of style. We're highwaymen. We stop the stages and kill the people and steal their watches and their money. Now if a bunch of us all, now listen right. 'Cause here's the part I like to bend. If we all got a hold some horses, you can ride like the boys out there. Let's go back to the cave and sleep all day. And do it the next night again. All together now, we are the boys. All together, forever and always. All together now, we are the boys. We're together forever and always.
Do we always kill the people?
Oh, certainly it's best. Now, some authorities think different, but generally it's considered best just to kill them.
Do we kill the women too?
What? Joe Harper, if I was as ignorant as you, I wouldn't let on. Yeah, kill the women? No! You take him back to the cave and you're as polite as pie as a rat. By and by, they fall in love with you and never want to go home anymore.
Well, that's the way that I believe.
Good! Well, a bunch of us all stick together and we all go down. Small road down. We can see how we're on. We can make music and have fun. And if a bunch of us all form a circle and surround all the ladies of the town. Hey, 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 we'll take what you get and dance till they all fall down. Oh, yeah, now we are the boys. Oh, yeah, forever and always. Oh, yeah, now we are the boys. We are the boys. All together, forever and always. All together, now we are the boys. Yeah, forever and always. Everybody, son? Come on, do it, Joe. You sissy.
Wait a minute, crybaby.
You call me a crybaby? I'm gonna tell everybody the secret.
Hey, hey, whoa, whoa, whoa. No fighting between club members. Here's a nickel. Now keep your trap shut.
Tom, I gotta be going home anyway.
Okay, we'll get together next week and rob some people and kill some people.
Get up Sunday. I can only get out Sunday.
It'd be wicked to do it on a Sunday.
Hey, you great big sissy.
Hey, no!
Let's just agree to get together and fix a date as soon as possible. They don't seem to know much of nothing somehow, do they? Perfect sapheads. How's your life with that puff? Dismal. How's yours with the widow? She won't let me smoke my pipe. And Polly won't let me smoke either. Now, ain't that just the way with people? To get down on something they don't know nothing about? It's not the widow, though. It's Miss Watson who's so blamed tiresome. She says all a body has to do in the good place is go around all day with a hop and sing. So I asked her if Tom Sawyer would be there. What'd she say? Not by a considerable sight. Oh, I'm glad of that, Tom, because I want you and me to be together. Say, what are we going to do with our money, Tom? I don't know, Huck. I just think $6,000, all gold, found right here in this cave. What are we going to do with it? Light out for the Western Territories. Thunder Nation. That's what I've been thinking. Well, it's a capital idea. I'll go with you. Will you? Just as soon as the school year's out. You don't mean it, do you, Tom? Sure I do. You'll see. Come spring, you and I will steal some horses, and we'll go live amongst the Indians. Hey, it's getting late. I gotta be getting home. See you in class. See ya. But I know Tom Sawyer didn't mean it. No more than he meant all that talk about robbing and killing. And if he wouldn't go with me, well, who would? I have lived in the darkness for so long. I'm waiting for the light to shine. Far beyond horizons I have seen, beyond the things I've done, and dreams that I have dreamed are the things I've done. In fact, each and every one are the way that I was taught to run. I am waiting for the light to shine. I am waiting for the light to shine. I have lived in the darkness for so long. I'm waiting for the light to shine. When I got back to the Winters, I went up to my bedroom, thinking I'd rather live in a sugar hog's head again like the old days and be free and satisfied. I had this feeling that trouble was coming, but I didn't know when it was going to follow me or what it was going to be.
Starchy clothes.
There's that Pat, his old self.
Think you're a bit of a big bug now, don't you?
Maybe I am, maybe I ain't.
Got yourself a bed, a looking glass. There ain't no end to your airs. They say you're educated. You can read and write.
I do.
Think you're better than your old man now? Your mother couldn't read, couldn't write none before she died. None of your family could before they died. I can't. Say, let me hear you read.
George Washington was the first president of the United States.
So, you can do it. I'll wait for you, my smarty, and if I catch you around that school, I'll tear you good. They say you're rich. How's that?
They lie, that's how.
I've been in town 3 days and I ain't heard nothing but about you being rich. You give me that money, I want it.
What is all this commotion about? Oh, Finn, what are you doing here?
Miss Watson, Widow Douglas, I just wanted to see how my boy was doing. You know how I loved him so.
If you love him so, where have you been past year?
Upriver and down, looking for a place where they don't hold a man's past against him. Then I heard about my son's good fortune. By the way, where is the money?
I ain't got it.
Now, look, honor thy father.
I gave it to Judge Thatcher.
Judge Thatcher? We'll see about that.
First thing in the morning, we went to see Judge Thatcher.
Huck has made a nominal transfer of the money to me and I put it in trust. Meanwhile, I pay him the interest, $300 a year.
$300 a year? Your Honor, any man can see these women have done a fine job of raising my boy, but courts mustn't separate families. And now that I'm back, I want the boy to live with me.
All he wants is the interest.
You do me wrong. Your Honor, I'm the man who's been often misunderstood.
I can believe that.
But upriver, I met a man who showed me what a fool I've been and how I'd fooled away my life. Here's a hand that was once the hand of a hog. It's a clean hand now. Take it in yours. Shake it. I'm a new man.
Well, if that is so, then this is the holiest day on record. Huckleberry, who do you want to live with?
Well, I still like the old ways, but I'm getting to like the new ones too a little.
He's mine. And so's the money. I'll get a lawyer and take you to trial, Judge Thatcher. Until then, the boy stays with me.
No, you can't take her.
No, there's nothing we can do about that. Legally, you're still the boy's father. But if any harm comes to him, there will be consequences. I'm sorry, son. I never thought he'd come back. Things have been a lot better off if you'd have stayed dead.
First thing I'm going to do is get you away from that school. I got me a cabin on the Illinois shore. Ain't nobody can find us there. We can live real good on $300 a year.
And that's just what Pat done. Took me to his old log hut, a place where it was so woody, you couldn't find it if you didn't know where it was.
Clean those fish. I'll show that Judge Thatcher who's Huck Finn's boss. What kind of government tries to take a man's son away from him?
Well,
A man who's gone to all the trouble and anxiety of raising his boy?
I don't know, Pat.
I've a notion to leave this country for good and all. And I'll tell that Judge Thatcher so to his face. Well, you're doggone government. You're sorry so-and-so. You got your damn hands in every pocket of my clothes. Well, you're damn government. Oh, don't you know? Don't you love them sometimes? soul-selling sons of a deadpan, shoe-fitting fire starter. I'll take your no-good, goddamn preambulatory bone frame and nail it to your government walls. All of you! You bastards! It's alright, rascals. You got yourself an itch in your wall, baby. Well, here I go. Here I go. Here I go. Was I saying no more? No, never mind. Get that gun, government. You're sorry, sons of bitches. You're sitting up there like a fool. Don't you like this out here with your old pal? We can go hunting and fishing. You can take up cussing again if you like. I ain't got no objections. Get up as late as you want. You don't have to eat off your plate neither.
It could be right, Jolly, if you didn't drink so.
Son, would you do your old man a favor? I said, would you do me a favor?
What?
Remember your old man from a better day?
Pat, don't talk like that. We've had our good times, take it all around.
Oh, just when a man's got his son all raised up, ready to go off into the world and work so as to give him a rest, they try to take him away from him. What kind of government is that? Would you stand still when I'm talking to you, boy? Oh, so that's what they teach you. There ain't no end to your heirs, is there?
Come on, Pat, better help you to your bed.
What's that?
It's a broken stick.
It's a cottonmouth. Don't go near it.
It's just a broken stick, Pat.
Oh, it's a cottonmouth. Oh, cottonmouth.
You've been bit by that 45 whiskey, that's all.
Oh, there's another one. Oh, stick that.
It's sick, Pat. You got to hold it in the Just lie still. I'll get you a drink of water. Would you just lie still?
Oh, you've gotten so big and strong. I remember when you was just a tadpole.
Sleep, Pat. That was the first time I thought about running away. But I couldn't leave old Pap like this. So I went to the window to see if daylight was coming. Won't this night ever end?
Angel of death, I'll kill you so you won't come around here no more.
No! Pat! It's just me, Huckleberry!
Tired. I think I'll rest now. Then I'll kill you.
Then, I just wanted to get away from Pat and the money and all the trouble it caused me. Next day, Pat went to town, and I done something so bloody I shouldn't tell you about it. But I will. I caught a wild pig, and I chopped down the door of the cabin. Then I slit the pig's throat and spilled blood all over everything. So they think someone broke in and murdered me. No, I threw in all the fancy touches. Tom Sawyer couldn't have done it better. And as Tom always says, a man's best friend is a hog. Well, always learn that I ain't too sure that a man's best friend is a ain't too sure. I kind of favor the hog myself. How about a ham with a hog? Well, a hog ain't nothing but a porky thing. Little four feet and a nosy ring. Pickle little meat folks, how about a ham with a hog? If you took the notion, I bet a good old hog will make a hell of a pet. You can teach him to ride and hunt. You can clean him up and let him sit up front. Then I got some matches, some fishings, spotlights, some coffee, and crossed over to Jackson Island and Pat's canoe. In the scheme of things and the way things go, you might get bit by that old rhino, but not that gentle porker friend. How about a ham for the hog? You know, a fellow in a hog had a comedy act. The fellow was awful, as a matter of fact. But that hog was a funny sucker, though. How about a ham for the hog? If you took the notion, I bet you can teach a hog to smoke a cigarette. Well, it might take a little bit of time. But hell, what's time to a hog? The way I see it, it looks like this. Either you ain't, or either you is. A true blue lover of the swine, folks. How about a ham for the hog? Thank you. The sky looks ever so deep when you look up in the moonlight. Everything was dead quiet, and it looked late, and smelled late. You know what I mean. Just me and the drift logs and the moon. But when I got to Jackson Island, I felt tired and sort of lonesome. Well, there's no better way to put time when you're lonesome than sleep. You can't stay so, you soon get over it. So I slept for the better part of 3 days. I was woke by this deep boom. Through my spyglass, I seen a ferry boat crossing the river. And they was firing off a cannon to make my body rise to the top. I told them, loaves of bread loaded with quicksilver, because that's supposed to go right to the drowned carcass. And then I know my plan had worked. And they thought I was dead. There's Pat, Judge Thatcher, the widow and Miss Watson, Ben Rogers and Joe Harper, and there's Tom Sawyer. Oh, the look on their faces.
Uncle Mary! Uncle Mary!
But when they were gone, I felt almost lonesome again. So I started exploring the island. It all belonged to me, so to say. And I was thinking, well, here's a place where a body don't have to be nobody but himself. Huckleberry me, somewhere sitting underneath some tree somewhere. Maybe fishing, or maybe somewhere sitting just wishing I was fishing. Oh, I Huckleberry me, do hereby declare myself free. Nothing ever other than exactly what I am. And I'll never change for no one, no matter what they say. If I want to smoke in church, I'll smoke. If I want to pray, I'll pray. Oh, I Huckleberry me, I declare myself to be nothing ever other than exactly what I am. And I'll never change for no one, no matter what they say. If I want to go to school, I'll go. If I want to stay away, I'll stay. Oh, I Huckleberry me, do hereby declare myself to be
dead, Jim? Who's always been your friend?
I ain't dead, Jim. I'm alive. And ever so glad to see you.
You ain't a ghost, is you?
Touch me. I'm solid enough. Pat got the delirium tremors and tried to stab him with his barlow knife. So I faked the whole thing. I talked to Mom, but Jim just stood there. Finally, he says,
See those birds flying low? Well, that means rain. Let's go back to my camp.
so I followed Jim to a lean-to he'd built on the Illinois side. Well, you got a mighty fine place here, Jim. That must be the biggest catfish ever pulled out of Mississippi.
Found him on the troll line this morning. I was just getting ready to clean him up.
I ain't never seen anything bigger. Hey, what's all this stuff?
Trash come floating down on the hot water.
Here's a calico gown and some cigars. There must be a flood somewhere upriver. And look at this raft.
That came floating down too.
Jim, what are you doing here?
You wouldn't tell on me if I was to tell you, would you?
Blamed if I would, Jim.
Huh? I run off.
Jim,
You said you wouldn't tell.
and I'll stick to it. Honest in Jim. Think you despise me for it? You call me a dirty abolitionist? But that don't matter. I'm not going back there anyways. So let's hear about it.
Well, Miss Watson always says she wanted to sell me, but I noticed lately there's been a slave trader hanging around the place considerably. The night you were killed, I crept to the door, and I heard the missus telling the widow Douglas that she was going to sell me down to New Orleans. She didn't want to, but she could get $800 from me. And that's such a big stack of money, she couldn't refuse. I'd never hear the rest. I'd live that. Big fish like this eat all sorts of trash in his ears.
Boy, I'll say, here's a spool.
And a horseshoe.
And what's this?
Been in there a powerful long time to get coated over, so.
It's gold.
What sort of writing is that on it?
Spanish, I think. This is a Spanish doubloon, Jim. It's pirate gold. Well, I reckon this fish could be 100 years old. You reckon so, Jim?
Yeah, gold on the bottom, getting older and older, bigger and bigger, eating little ones. Here before people was here. Maybe here before this was a nation. When there was nothing here but that big river. I'm going down to that river, Huck. I'm going to Kiowa, where the Mississippi joins the Ohio. I'm taking the Ohio north to the free states. I'm going that raft and I'm getting my freedom.
I'm going with you, Jim.
You get in a powerful lot of trouble helping Jim. You might even find yourself hanging from a cottonwood tree.
You can't do it alone. Besides, if I come with you, I can tell people you belong to me and they won't give you no trouble.
You do that for Jim? You a friend, huh?
Storm's clearing. You provision the raft and I'll slip over to the Missouri shore.
But that's dangerous. What you want to do that for?
Just to see what's going on.
Uh-huh. Here's a notion. Why don't you put this on and go as a girl?
Well, that is a plain good notion, Jim.
You better hope nobody sees you. You better go right dark and be careful.
Don't worry, Jim. So I decided I'd knock. I made up my mind I wouldn't forget I was a girl.
Sarah Williams,
What are you doing out so late, child?
I'm looking for my Uncle Apple Williams. Have you seen him?
No! Go in and rest the spell.
Thank you, ma'am.
My husband will be home in half an hour. He can't find us, Emma Williams. Don't you want to take off your bonnet?
Oh, no, ma'am, thank you. I don't suppose you've heard about the murder of this boy Huck, have you?
Dear, I have.
Well, who do you think done it?
First, someone said his father. Thread this needle for me. What did you say your name was, honey?
Mary Williams?
I thought you said it was Sarah when you first come in.
Well, yes, that's the way of it, Sarah Mary Williams. So they think his father done it.
Come on now. What's your real name? Bill. Or Tom. Or Bob.
Oh, now, please don't poke fun at a poor girl like me.
I know your secret. You're a runaway apprentice.
All right. My name's George Peters and my parents are dead. The law bonded me to a mean old farmer in the country.
Well, try to remember it, George. Don't forget to go tell him it's Alexander. But that's your child. I won't tell on you. You're safe with me. Just be thankful you're not that runaway neighbor Jim. The one folks are saying murdered Huck Finn.
Jim?
So they think, and we'll soon find out. This morning I seen some smoke over yonder, what they call Jackson's Island, where nobody ever goes. And I says to myself, like he's not that slave sign over there, there's a big reward. And my husband and another man went to get a gun and borrow a boat. They'll be going over there tonight.
Oh, I got to go myself, man. There's folks in Dawson who'll take care of me.
Go then. You ain't any sort of girl. I reckon you might fool me. And you thread a needle, hold the needle still and put the thread out. That's what a girl does. And don't forget your name. Sarah, Mary, William, George, Alexander, Peter.
I got back to the afternoon. You must just lay outside and sleep. Get up and help yourself, Jim. We ain't got a minute to lose. Forget that. Just shut it off. Not laying to that cold, Jim.
Look out for me, oh mother. No mystery, but the vampire. And I gotta need love going someplace. And I gotta need to climb up on your back and ride. You can look for me when you see me coming. I may be running, I don't know. I may be tired and full of fever, but I'll be heading south to the mouth of the Ohio. So look out for me, oh bloody mother. No mysteries, I'm trying hard. And I gotta need for going someplace. And I gotta need
Day and night she'd fetch us to Cairo, and then we could sell this here raft maybe, and catch a steamboat to the Free States. Think we're gonna make it?
Let me see your left hand.
You can walk the signs, don't you, Jim?
Just about all there is.
What's it say?
Considerable trouble and considerable joy.
But that ain't much help. But we're gonna make it, if we got luck.
As long as we don't do nothing foolish.
You mean like looking at the new moon over your left shoulder?
That, or touching the snake skin with your bare hands.
Looking at the new moon's the worst. Old Hank bunkered on it and bragged about it. Now, 2 years later, got drunk and fell off a water tower and laid himself out, as you may say. They had slided in between 2 doors for a cop.
Look sharp. Something's up ahead.
The river was in flood and all sorts of things come floating down. There's a steamboat all killed itself on a rock. And a house all tilted over like.
And a dead body. He's drowned. I reckon he's only been dead for a few hours.
I ain't never seen a dead body before.
No, don't look at his face, Huck. It's too ghastly. Let him go on his own way.
What'd you do that for?
Don't say no more about
What's wrong with you, Jim? Why wouldn't you let her look at it?
it. You want him to come around and hunt? A dead man that ain't buried is more likely to go around and hunt than one that's planted and conquered.
Well, that sounded reasonable. So I didn't say no more.
Here's daylight.
When it got light, we parked the raft in a place where nobody could find it. And later, I told Jim stories about the great kings of the world.
I've never known there were so many kings in the world. Only one I ever known about was King Solomon. Unless you count the ones on the deck of cards. There ain't no kings in America, is there?
Some say that King Louis XIV of France had a little boy named Dolphin, and he came over here when his pa got his head chopped off.
There ain't no kings here. He belongs. What would he do? He couldn't get no situation.
Well, join the police force, maybe? Or teach people how to speak French?
Well, why don't the French people speak the way we do?
Jim, you wouldn't understand a word of it. Suppose someone was to come up to you and say, "Parlez-vous français?" What would you think?
I wouldn't think nothing. I'll just take and bust him in his head. What?
He ain't calling you anything, Jim. He's just asking if you know how to speak French.
Well, why don't he just say it?
He is saying it. That's the French way of saying it.
Well, that's a plumb ridiculous way of saying it, and I don't want to hear no more about it.
I give up. It's impossible to learn you anything.
What would a king get, Huck?
Much as he wants. Everything belongs to him. He could get $1,000 a day.
Or ain't that gay? What would he have to do to get it?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Nothing.
You mean just lay around here doing like we're doing?
Except for things is dull. Then he fusses with the parliament, and if everybody doesn't go just so, he chops their heads off.
We're just as better off as kings then.
Except we ain't rich.
Hey, I got more money than I ever did have. I own myself, and I'm worth $800. Let's fix something to eat, huh?
Then we have catfish and cornbread. Sometimes I lift chicken from a nearby farm. Pap always said, steal a chicken when you can. 'Cause if you don't want it, you're sure to find someone else who does. And a good deed ain't never forgotten. I never seen a time when Pap didn't want that chicken for himself. But that's what he used to say anyways. When it got dark, we'd shove off.
Hey, light that lantern, Huck. We don't want to get run down.
Sometimes I catch myself thinking about that dead man.
Forget it, Huck. It'll bring bad luck.
But I couldn't help it, wondering who he was.
Look yonder.
59, floated past St. Louis.
What a wonderful spread of lights.
They say there's 20 or 30,000 people in St. Louis, but I never believed it till now.
Good Lord, looked like the whole world was lit up.
And not a sound. Everybody must be asleep.
3 more nights should fetch us to Cairo.
Cross and to the other side.
Listen, Jim, what's that?
Slaves run off like me, but they got caught. Now they're crossing to the other side.
How do you figure that?
I can hear it in their singing.
We are pilgrims on a journey. The darkness of the night, and we are bound for other places. Cross and to the other side, and I will ride to tomorrow and to
Well, I'm gonna work hard and not spend a single cent till I'm able to buy my 2 children and my wife back.
I never knowed you had a wife.
Yeah, she belongs to a farmer down in St. Petersburg. Then we're gonna both work hard and save every penny till I'm able to buy my 2 kids back.
Taking a heap of money for that.
Well, if the farmer won't sell them, then I'm gonna hire an abolitionist to steal them.
My conscience got me trouble. Besides, Jim's gonna be free. He's gonna hire someone to steal that farmer's property. Who's to blame for it? Me.
Pretty soon, I'll see the lights of Cairo, and I'll be shouting for joy. And I'll say, Huck done it. Jim's a free man. It's all on account of Huck.
The stars is going out.
We're going into a fall. We'll miss Cairo.
I'll go forward and make some noise. We'll get one down. Come on, careful. Yo there! Yo!
We miss Cairo. It's all up for Jim. We'll keep drifting deeper and deeper into that slave country.
My conscience is stirring me up harder than ever. I says to it, let up on me! I'll go to shore at first light and tell. Yo there! Yo!
You see anything, Huck?
Who's that yonder?
You my friend, ain't you, Huck?
Hi, Jim. They got guns.
What's your name, boy?
Oh, Sid Jackson, sir.
Any men on that raft, boy?
One, sir.
5 acres off. off last night upriver around the bend. Your man Black was white.
He's white, sir.
But I'd like to come aboard and see myself.
Oh, I wish you would, because it's my pa. He's sick, and every time I ask someone to help me tow this raft ashore, they just go away, and I can't do it myself.
Well, that's in part for me.
Too. Say, boy, what's the matter with your paw?
Is he smallpox? He ain't nothing much.
Boy, that's a lie.
Just please don't go away.
Keep away, boy. Don't tell me your paws got the smallpox in you. You know it, precious whale. Why didn't you say so?
Because I knew you'd leave us like the others.
Look, here's a $20 gold piece. I feel mighty weak to leave you like this, boy, but my kingdom, it won't do to fool with the smallpox.
Here's $20 for me, too. Goodbye, Sam. You find anything that should get some help with catching your pop money in it for you.
Why, sir, I won't let no runaway niggas sit by me if I can help it. I know very well I done wrong. But then I says to myself, hold on. Suppose you done right and give Jim up. Would you feel better than you do right now? Well, no, says I feel worse. Well, what's the use in learning to do right if it's troublesome to do right and no trouble to do wrong? And the wages is just the same. Come on, Jim, they're gone. Okay.
Oh, that was the smartest dodge, Huck.
And we got $20 apiece. That's their passage on steamboat to the Free States.
Oh, Jim ain't gonna never forget this, Huck. You my only friend in the whole world, Huck, but you the best friend Jim ever had.
My judge wishes he came up our home. I'm bound to say I'll miss this old raft.
Yeah, ain't no home like a raft after all, is there?
Nothing like floating down the river on a rainy night. Mighty free and easy and comfortable. A river in the rain. Sometimes at night you look like a long white train, winding away somewhere. River, I love you, don't you care if you're on the run? Find some places, try and find the sun. Where the sunshine, where the rain. River, I love you just the same.
But sometimes in a
just had it. But it took so long to make so many.
I allowed the moon could have laid.
That sounds kind of reasonable. I've seen a frog lay almost as many, so of course it can't be done. Look, one just fell. What do you think that means?
I allowed that one got spoiled, was shoved out the nest.
These seagulls is prime.
They sure is.
It's lovely living on a raft. We ain't got room. What have you done? All right, cold boy. You're safe now. We'll be miles downriver before daylight. I'm wondering if you can tell me, how far is it to Cairo?
What? Cairo? Why, you're in the state of Kentucky, boy.
We floated right past Cairo in the fog.
So it's all up with K-Row.
Say, that nigger belonged to you, boy.
Of course he does.
Boy, you're mighty young to own him. He wouldn't be a runaway, would he?
For goodness sake, would a runaway nigger run south?
Well, that'll be...
Jim's my only belonging in this world. My pa was killed when this here raft was run over by a steamboat. And I've had considerable trouble with people believing me and trying to take Jim away from me.
Say, do you reckon we could travel with you just for a few days?
We'd be much obliged.
Well, I guess that'd be all right.
Oh,
You can sleep right here on the decks, and when it gets light, we'll stop and have breakfast.
Are we supposed to sleep here on these bare planks? I'll catch my death of pneumonia.
well, it beats that jail we just busted out of. Hey, what's your usual line of business?
Theater actor. Tragedy, you know. I also sell an article to take the tartar off the teeth. And it does, too. And usually the enamel right along with it. What about you?
Preaching's my specialty.
Oh.
And I've done considerable in the doctor ways. You know, laying hands on for paralysis and cancers and such like that. You know, almost anything. As long as it isn't work.
You'll
Si, let's say we go together for a while.
I'm not indisposed.
I didn't rightly know where we was going, now that we missed the Ohio. The raft wouldn't float up the river, that's for sure. There was nothing left to do but keep on floating downstream. And as we were, no reason not to give him a lift. Anyway, I was saying I was sort of feeling the need for a change again. The days was getting so smooth they was almost dull. But the raft was uncommon lively with them two fellas aboard.
Life is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury. 'Tis the unweeded garden that grows no seed. Throw physic to the dogs, I'll none of it. Friends, Romans, countrymen,
Is that chicken ready yet?
Almost.
I don't see why we gotta get him any of this chicken.
We gotta help him out, don't we? I'd expect people to do the same for me if I was in trouble. We can eat now.
What? Ain't you gonna join us?
alas,
Nah, what are you alasking about?
to think that I have lived to be leading such a life, degraded to the company of such as these.
What?
Ain't the company good enough for you?
Oh, yes, it's as good as I deserve. For who brought me low when I was so high? Myself. One thing I know, somewhere there's a grave for me, and one day I will lie down in it, and then my poor broken body will be at rest.
What did even your poor busted body of this for? Lean to nothing.
No, I'm not blaming you, gentlemen. I brought myself down.
Well, brought yourself down from what?
You wouldn't believe me. No one ever believes the secret of my birth, but let it pass, 'tis no matter.
All right, well, let it pass.
No, all right. Here, what's the secret of your birth?
By rights, I am a duke.
A duke? No, you can't mean it.
Yes. My great-grandfather, the Duke of Bridgewater, fled to this country to breathe the pure air of freedom before he died. He had 2 sons. The elder robbed the younger of his title. I am his descendant, the true Duke of Bridgewater. And here am I, torn from my high estate, ragged and heartbroken, and degraded to the company of felons on a raft.
How do you like that, Jim?
A real life duke right here on this raft.
It's wonderful. It's mighty wonderful.
Don't cry, what should we call you?
Well, you might refer to me as your grace or my lord or my lordship, but I wouldn't be unhappy if you just called me Bridgewater.
All right, we can do that.
And one of you ought to wait on me for dinner.
Will your lordship care for some of this chicken?
Oh!
That's the best portion right there.
Oh, it does my heart good to hear you acknowledge me.
Oh, deliver. Look here, Bridgewater. I might need you to sorry. But you ain't the only one that's been brought down from a high place or had a secret of his birth. Can I trust you?
To the very death. Speak.
Bridgewater. I am the late Dolphin.
The dolphin, huh? Just like you told me.
Yes, friend. You were looking at Louis the 17th. Son of Louis the 16th and Marie Antoinette.
You? The dolphin? No, why the dolphin would be a mere child. You look to be 600 or 700 years old at the very least.
Trouble had done it, Bridgewater. Trouble done. Brought these gray hairs and premature multitude. Yes, friend, you see before you, in blue jeans and a mission, the woman, a son, trampled upon and rightful king of France.
King, we're mighty sorry for you.
But mighty wonderful you're aboard, too.
How can we make you feel better?
Go down on one knee when you speak to me, and always call me your majesty.
Your Majesty?
Yes.
Would your Majesty care for some of this chicken?
Yes, please.
And here's a portion for you, your lordship.
Of course, it didn't take me long to realize they weren't no real kings or dukes. But it tickled me to see how they had old Jim fooled.
Oh, now what's the matter, Billy? You don't have to be so standoffish. Why, your father was a great deal tired by mine. He allowed all the Dukes of Bridgewater to come to the palace considerable.
You know, I think you have something of a stage actor in you.
Me?
Yes. Has your Majesty ever trod the histrionic boards?
No. Hardly any play acting either. I was too small when Pa used to have me at the palace. You reckon you could learn me how?
Oh, absolutely. And it would be profitable. Very profitable.
Oh, we're gonna make a great tells you that there's a sheep to be sworn up and down this river for sure.
And you and me are just the people to do it. When the sun goes down in the south and the moon comes up in the east, we'll slip right off and see the one from the ages with guaranteed vegetable peace.
When the darkness falls on the town and the North Star starts to rise, well, you can't imagine all the dance we get created by a couple of guys.
Well, anybody wondering what they gonna see? Someone have $30 for the ticket.
Anybody wondering what's going on? He's gonna find out when they trace it through the papers. When the darkness falls on the town and the North Star starts to rise, well, you can't imagine all the dance we get created by a couple of guys.
Now, I'm used to playing Romeo, so you can be Juliet.
Juliet's a young gal, ain't she? Pure whiskers and gray hair going right in common on her.
No. These country chicks will never even think of that. Besides, you know, you'd be in costume, and that makes all the difference in the world. Now, you're out